Hello everyone, welcome to StandUp. The rapid spread of the Omicron variant has caused the global COVID-19 epidemic situation become severe again. New Year is around the corner, but Hong Kong seems to have put on hold the once ongoing plan to reopen the quarantine-free border between Hong Kong and the Chinese mainland.
In recent days, record high numbers of the residents have entered Shenzhen via the Shenzhen Bay border control point. Many Hong Kongers have stopped waiting for the borders to reopen and are quarantine-free travel and started to make their way back inside in order to reunite with their families for Lunar New Year. The postponement of the travel plan scatters family reunions and disrupts the resumption of Hong Kong's economic connections with the Chinese mainland. The government's indecision about the circuit breaker mechanism leaves room for the highly transmissible Omicron variant to enter Hong Kong. In particular, the lax quarantine requirements for cargo crews nearly caused several community transmissions. Center for Health Protection Controller Dr. Edwin Tui told a press briefing that the government will require air cargo crew members to undergo compulsory quarantine at a quarantine hotel for 3 days upon arrival in Hong Kong. Given that Omicron is highly transmissible, he warned that the risk of a community outbreak is very high.
We have to balance between the risk of the infectious disease outbreaks and also the cargo operation. So at present, we try our best to work with the airlines and also the transport and housing bureau.
Despite tight border control measures, there is a high risk of an Omicron outbreak in the community because more people are returning from overseas at a time when cases are surging around the world. Currently, the UK has almost lost control of the COVID-19 pandemic. Its health department reports that COVID-19 cases in England surpassed 110,000 on Christmas Day, but the health secretary has announced no lockdown plan, thus allowing the coronavirus to run rampant. Secretary for Food and Health Sophia Chen said the government has formulated a contingency plan in case there is an outbreak of the Omicron mutant strain in Hong Kong.
Right now, the stringent measures that we have taken in terms of border control and also the prevention of resurgence of cases into the community actually aligned with the mainland stringent measures in dealing with the epidemic and also controlling the epidemic.
Overseas places where Omicron cases have been detected that may lead to local transmission and the exportation of cases will be specified as Group A specified places. The government will also impose more stringent and enhanced surveillance measures on Group A places from which imported Omicron cases were detected. Those measures include requiring people arriving in Hong Kong to undergo compulsory quarantine at a quarantine center for the first 4 days and get tested daily in the first 7 days upon arrival. A growing risk of important cases is compounded by the bleak epidemic prevention situation in Hong Kong. The New Year holiday comes on the heels of the Christmas holiday, but Hong Kong residents must stay in the community because of quarantine restrictions, people's insufficient awareness of epidemic prevention, holiday sales promotions with crowded gatherings, and customary holiday parties will all risk potential outbreaks. On top of that, with the start of cold weather, here comes the flu season. Health officials have warned many times that hospitals will be over capacity. If the fifth wave of COVID-19 infections hits Hong Kong, its hospital system could face collapse. Chief Executive Carrie Lam said in a blog that getting vaccinated can protect everyone. It will also create favorable conditions for the resumption of cross-border travel with the mainland, which is eagerly awaited by the members of the public and enable Hong Kongers to emerge from the epidemic. She appealed to members of the public to get vaccinated in line with the government's arrangements. To avoid unnecessary pressure on local epidemic prevention, the government must tighten restrictions on travel from Omicron-hit countries. Only in this way can Hong Kong minimize the risk of a fifth outbreak and ensure that the ongoing efforts to reopen the border will not be in vain.
Okay, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Warm Talking and Orange News. See you next time.